guys, Jireh here of Fashion Meets God, where I talk about most things faith, fashion / beauty. In today's video, I am reacting to old fashion designs. Most of them are pieces from when I was in college, and then some of them are from after college, but all of these I designed and also sewed myself, and I have such a love-hate relationship with sewing. So that's interesting for someone who went through fashion school. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm sure I'm going to be laughing at myself with some of these. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos on faith, fashion / beauty related things. And let's get to it. You can obviously see just how old these are from the quality of these pictures. This one was for a sewing midterm, I believe, and we had to create a avant-garde piece, which is something that's like out of the usual, something you know, kind of weird and strange at the same time. And then we had to create a haute couture piece, which is something that's 80% handmade. So this was my haute couture dress that I made, and then you'll be able to tell too my style and aesthetic back then, and probably still is now, is very feminine, very girly, lots of soft flowy fabrics. Like this one is chiffon. It has a high-low skirt because that was super in back then. I don't know why I decided to go barefoot. I think I wanted to go for like this ethereal look or something for this quote-unquote photo shoot. Gosh, this was sewn so poorly, not even gonna lie. One of the reasons why I have such a love-hate relationship with sewing is because of deadlines and the pressure of deadlines, especially back in college. And if I don't have a deadline and I'm just sewing just for fun and just to get my creative juices out, then that's where I love sewing and I love making things. But man, so this wasn't 100% completely done when I submitted it. The inside still had to be sewn and edged, and I didn't have time to finish that. So I remember being really proud of this still, and when I wore it for my teacher, I think that showed. I think he could see that I was proud, and he gave me an A. So this I called the beetle dress, and I don't know why. This was supposed to be horns, but it also looks like the legs of a beetle. That's kind of gross now that I look at it. But this one was the avant-garde part of the sewing midterm, and this took up the majority of my time and also the majority of my wallet. But this fabric, which I think is gazar, is so thick, so it was so hard to sew, especially down the center seam where I had to sew the purple one and then 2 layers of this blue one. And all these horns, and then I had pelon, which is like a sticky material to make the horns harder and more stiff. It was so hard to sew and even to match up these pieces. But you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Okay, this one was my Victoria's Secret inspired corset, and this was for a sewing midterm too, I believe. We were learning how to make corsets, and I'm not gonna lie, I was getting really good at that. Granted, this one is still not perfect. Like these, like this top edge here, super pointy and too close together. This should have definitely been rounded. This beadwork took 20 hours, and I would even watch season 1 episodes of Game of Thrones, which, by the way, I stopped at like episode 9 because I was like, this is too much for me. But I would just sew in my room with a little lamp on. I remember I wanted something that was like that famous Victoria's Secret pink fabric with the satin and then a lot of beadworks, kind of like what they have, those like $1 million, you know, bras that people get so like crazed up about. But this is my corset version. This one was called the Giverny dress. My French is so whack, I don't even know if that's right. This one was inspired by the Giverny painting by Claude Monet. This is definitely my style. Bright color, pink, lots of flowiness and feminine details. So this was sequined at the top, and then all these flowers from Lay's that I cut and sewed on. Oh yeah, and then I had a little train that I made afterwards. I forgot about that. I remember, again, deadline pressure, so I didn't sleep for 2 straight days because of this dress. Like, that was the first and last time I will ever do that in my life, but I didn't sleep for a full 48 hours. But I still loved how it turned out. You know, I guess when you put so much effort and work into it, and literally blood, sweat, and tears into something, even if it's not 100% perfect, like creating something from just fabric and like an idea, and then something that you can actually wear. Oh, so I guess I had a mood board. This was my mood board. So lots of floral, lots of pastels, lots of soft fabrics, which none of these even made it onto the dress. This mood board has nothing to do with this dress, actually. Ah, the crystal collection. So instead of a cap and gown for graduation, we had a fashion show, of course. This whole collection was blood, sweat, and tears. Thankfully, we had a whole class dedicated to this, so we were able to work on this for a whole class session for about 4 or 5 months, I think. Halfway through those 5 months, we would have to present what we made and what we've created so far to the school's founder, and she basically looked over our pieces to see if they were fitting enough for the graduation show. I remember showing her my 4 pieces that I already finished and was completed with, and she totally rejected all of them. That was a rough day. Thankfully, I was able to get some pieces out that were approved, and my inspiration for this collection actually came from a seminar I attended back then called The Significant Woman. And during the seminar, they discussed how to live a life of significance through godly faith. I'm pretending to like not read my inspiration, so I'm just gonna read it. The main illustration used were pearls, and a pearl was used to symbolize us. They are a unique, natural treasure of high value. Each one starts off as a grain of sand, and over time they undergo natural processes in order to become a beautiful pearl. With that, I took the same concept but with crystals, since they go through similar processes, and I compared that with my life then in the Philippines while I was studying. There were so many highs and lows, and I underwent my own progressive processes that have made me who I am today. My experiences were similar to the journey of a crystal, shaping over time through all pressures in order to become something beautiful. These were so heavy. I probably needed to figure out a better way to put crystals on a freaking dress. This one I really loved. This was a former classmate of mine who was kind enough to be my model for these shoots. This one I love too. I was really into embellishments. During the shoot, these beads actually started falling off. Like you can tell right here, there was supposed to be a bead there and a bead there, but it worked out. And then we have the Darkness to Light collection. So I blogged about this one, and I said, the story of darkness to light. It's inspired by the verse John 12:46 that says, I have come into this world as light so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness. Its color palette from black to white represents life transformation while showcasing a woman's femininity, and cohesiveness throughout collection was a key focus in which I apparently achieved, since I received compliments that it was in unison and it told a story. So that's good. This whole collection took 3 months, and we needed 15 pieces. I had some help with this one from my mom and like people from my church. They would help sew on all these sequins and embellishments. I really just took a shift dress, and then I tried like doing different designs and adding different things and whatnots to it. And some of these are not like, I would not wear, but like this one, I would not wear that one. But you know, you live and you learn, that's life. So this was the full collection. This actually really makes me miss sewing, not gonna lie. I miss my sewing machine and my edger machine. And that is pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and going down memory lane with me a little bit and reminiscing about these past experiences. It definitely brings back a lot of memories. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. God bless, guys. Bye.